a lot of times it's hard to get this intimate or this close with people who are using social media, using technology, but using it in a very forward-thinking way, helping companies, brands, and progressive people in Kenya to actually get face-to-face and one-on-one with their consumers on an everyday basis, on an every hour in some cases basis. And I think for us to be here with our respective titles, hats, and roles, from I think this really reflects partly where we've been, but hopefully where we're really going. And I'm thankful that the Safaricom guys are here. The Skunkworks, I think, is one of the largest mailing lists in this country. Am I right? But hey, don't be humble. He's being modest.
What do you guys do?
I was not involved in the founding of Skunkworks. Let's start there.
Okay.
Basically, what happened is we came to Kenya around 6 years back. The tech community was siloed, heavily siloed. So I got to know a few techies who were network engineers because they came to implement our network at where I was working. So I got to know a couple of network engineers. I got to know a couple of coders because we were working together on a project. But you never get all of them in a group together at any point. So a bunch of guys, I think it was Riaz, Josiah, Mishuki, who are all ironically network engineers, decided let's open up this platform to everyone else. And we just created a mailing list. It was hosted by Kenik. And yeah, anyone could subscribe. I think I was just done with high school or something when it started. It's 7 or so years back. So basically now what happened is all these guys are very busy professionals. So they basically were looking for someone to run it. I was a student at the time. So I figured why not? Let's do it. It's not like academic schools at the time. So that's basically what happened. But I have to admit, the traditional mailing list model is old. And we're working on expanding. The problem with expansion is you need human resource. The problem with human resource is you need finance.
ICT board here, right now.
So basically, what's happening is over the last 2 months, actually, I've just been focusing on putting a team together to actually do the rest.
So you're at Safaricom, you're at Squad, and I'm sure you do a lot of work together now. This is a let's just a quick refresher on Safaricom. Just to acquaint ourselves with. It's a publicly listed company. I think one of the most innovative companies in the world. I'll tell you why I said that. I wouldn't have said that until I studied innovation. I did a course on innovation and everything. If you look at the principles and look at their stories, yeah. But
give credit to it.
You want something?
Yeah. I know anyway. You travel and the more anyway. You know what? That's not what we're here to talk about. Yeah. So besides that, I think. For a brand like that to get online, to put itself in front of the public, in a very public forum that they don't control or own, and still maintain some level of engagement, responsiveness. I'm sure that takes 12, 18-hour days. I don't know. Maybe it's just you two, and there's a blue suit with an S that comes with the job title. But maybe you guys can tell us a bit about. Maybe from the Safaricom side, from the Scott side, and I guess one challenge, maybe behind the scenes that no one would know. Would appreciate that.
Well, I think at some point we had to, it's always been put off, like should we get there? Are we going to manage? Because you see who are there, the mistakes they make. But I think eventually we realized that we need to be out there and just deal with it, be there and converse with our clients. It's not like talking to 16 million people, but talking to Mark or Marvin on an individual level. There are good days, but there are very bad days as well. Like Marvin, there's one day he was so pissed off.
At that time,
okay, please.
I bought a bundle for a month, and then
I remember that. Carry on.
after a day, my bundle was gone. And actually, a couple of hours, not even a day. And I was at a workshop and a global event, the Global Peace Convention. So there I am in the room I was in. There was no Wi-Fi, so I have to use my modem. And I try using it, no internet, and I just go in the morning. So I called and I was told, no, you did not do what you're supposed to do. Buy another bundle. I assure you this will last a month. So I buy it, and by the end of the day I get home, I have to do some work at night, no internet, I lost it. So I went online, and I think in 10 minutes I had written around 20 tweets. And I was not malicious in form of language, but I was mean. It was not abusive, but it was really, really, really mean. Because
I think we'll let them be the judge of that. Yeah, but
yeah.
Had some experience with Stripe.
Actually once I lost my phone, unfortunately, I was during Christmas holiday.
Too much, eh?
Nothing went wrong. And then I went and placed line at the Safaricom center. So the long line they told us like, you guys fill the forms, the details, and set it up, and filled. Queuing for like 3 hours, nobody got the account. So I went after like a week, still nothing. I went back, same thing, 2 days. What's up? Send out the details and everything. Get it. So it took for like I think 2 days. 2 days and then nothing happened.
So is the problem just with a group of people? Because I told someone these issues and they said, you know, there are a group of people whom I call the microwave generation. especially people like Brian who've grown up with Twitter. You know, they want to put something, you know, start, then within 30 seconds need an answer. So
I think that's my concept is because I'm so used to like I say efficiency. Chap response and things getting
instant
called
message
around 8 p.m. And there's nothing I can do because I don't know anything. Let me just send me the details and number and then I can tweet and see I tweeted. So in like 20 minutes I got a response from Aisha and Soud. The response that Nicolette gave to me made me really appreciate social media. She's like, I don't know if you're a genius or it's Twitter, but whatever you've done, thank you so much. That kind of thing made me feel like community, online community, social media is way bigger than how people take it together. It's way bigger. The kind of emotional connection people have.
How many people do you have as community managers? Is it one person? Is it a group of people? And again, is social media integrated in such a way that comments that come in, are you tracking beyond Twitter? That's one question. As into the general web and other social media that is not Twitter or Facebook. And once the information comes in, do you have a way in which you distribute it to the relevant departments concerning the question?
In terms of the team, there's the Safaricom marketing team who are more like the front, you know. Then there's the back-end guys who are in customer care. That's a big team because we've got various teams that we work on depending on what you're doing. So data related, voice, and MFS, that's the implementing. And then we've got a team of 4. Yeah, so there are 4 guys on the spot. So at any given time, so there's always somebody online. But obviously we're still trying to build that because at first the queries are not as many, but it's like a lot of people have realized, okay, instead of going to a shop, why don't I just go to Twitter? Somebody will respond. So the questions are growing, so we're still trying to build capacity. It's been a learning curve for us. I mean, social media is very new to a lot of people, so it's been quite a learning curve. To say, every day we learn something new and try to do something different. And we would like to reduce the response time. What happens is sometimes for some queries it cannot be done in real time because there's a lot of back-end stuff to be done. But you know, there's a lot of work going in just to make sure that we're able to give our customers what we need for customer care.
if are you using any social media monitoring tools? Because currently I was reading an article by an acquaintance of mine in the morning. He was interviewing a guy called Meta, the Dell social media executive. They have they call it a war room, where they use Radiant 6 to monitor mentions online. And this is mentioned on every single channel. It goes even to Facebook accounts. You think it's private, but every single channel from Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn to forums.
What did you say it was called?
Radiant 6.
Radiant 6. It's one of the most powerful. Radiant 6.
Radiant number 6.
It's one of the most powerful monitoring tools. It's a bit expensive. So I think $600 a month. But it's really, really good. And they get around 22,000 mentions, queries a day. So you can imagine, 22,000, yeah, this is Dell. That's just one company. And they have this room where they have monitors and what. And they've developed a really good system in terms of this mention comes and they direct it to the relevant department. And in terms of even management, have any of you kind of have point people in the various departments who kind of manage social media for their departments, so that you don't have a central core group of people, maybe from customer care, who send queries, but you have someone from each department who is part of this monitoring team, such that they can respond, or if they can't, send it higher up within their various departments.
A good example is forest mailing. In there, there have been a lot of questions on Safaricom get answered by people within that mailing list who have no connection to Safaricom other than the phone, the line they have. They'll give you info on the new M-Pesa rates, which you didn't know. On whatever software you're buying. If you want to buy a laptop or anything, these are the guys who will tell you this, don't buy this, it has this problem after. And these guys basically answer questions from other people.
What do you guys have right now? I saw something, I didn't use it, but I came across it online. It's sort of like a something, just someone tell me about that, because I don't stumble, you can say it 10 times better than I can.
It's called Safaricom Self-Care. So what it is you log in, and you can get a lot of information on your line. So it will give you like your call history, it will give you like if you're on postpaid, your bill, longer points, PK and stuff, just details on your line. It's actually just, we're actually right now looking for feedback because we've not actually rolled it out to the back line thing. So eventually what it's supposed to do is that it's supposed to reduce the need for you to actually call customer care if you've got issues. So you can just go online and eventually we'll even want to have some chat rooms. So if like you're on the site for too long, then a chat room will pop up and then you talk to an agent or something like that.
Part of the reason that we're all here is because this is a job where people take a lot of heat every day, every hour in some cases, and not enough people say thank you. Not enough people appreciate what the extent to which you just soak up what people are telling you on behalf of the greater good of Brad X or whatever, or whoever you represent. And at this point, I don't know if I'm the right person to say it, but thank you, to everybody. And this, I think nice the moment. I can feel it. If everyone can just give yourselves and your colleagues a hand, it's only fair that this happens, I think, because hey, tomorrow, but this evening you're gonna see that tweet and it's gonna be like back to square one. Anyway, so if we can just so let's go.